ظالم ہوتا ہے وہ رب کے اس قانون کے مطابق طاقتور کہلانے کا مستحق نہیں ہو سکتا۔ رب طاقتور ہے، رب نے اپنے اوپر ظلم کو حرام قرار دیا ہے، اور جو اپنے آپ کو پاور کا جو علم بردار سمجھتا ہے، طاقت اور قوت کا علم بردار سمجھتا ہے، وہ کسی بھی سطح پہ ہو، وہ بین الاقوامی سطح پر ہو، وہ ملک کی سطح پر ہو، وہ حکومت کی طاقت رکھتا ہو، اختیار کی طاقت رکھتا ہو، اقتدار کی طاقت رکھتا ہو، رب کی یہ آیت اسے پیغام دیتی ہے، اپنے آپ کو طاقتور سمجھتے ہو تو تمہیں یہ بات معلوم ہونی چاہیے کہ طاقتور کبھی ظالم نہیں ہوا کرتا، اور جو ظلم کا سہارا لیتا ہے وہ ڈھکے چھپے الفاظ میں نہیں، کھلے الفاظ میں یہ پیغام دیتا ہے کہ میں کمزور ہوں۔ تمہارا ظلم ڈھانا، چاہے تم کسی بھی سطح پہ ظلم ڈھا رہے ہو اور کسی کے ساتھ بھی ظلم ہو رہا ہو، چاہے وہ بین الاقوامی سطح پہ ہونے والے یا ملکی پیمانے پر ہونے والے مسلمانوں پر اجتماعی یا انفرادی ظلم کی بات ہو، یا مسلمانوں سے ہٹ کر کرسچنوں پر یا معاشرے کے مختلف طبقات پر کیوں نہ ہو، نچلی ذاتوں کی بات کیوں نہ ہو، عورتوں پر کیوں نہ ہو، معاشرے کے جس طبقے پر جس قسم کا ظلم ہو رہا ہے، ظالم دنیا کو یہ پیغام دے رہا ہے کہ وہ کمزور ہے، اور اس پیغام کو ہمیں سمجھنا چاہیے۔ افسوس اس کا ہے کہ آج ہم نے یہ سمجھ لیا ہے کہ جس کے ہاتھ میں طاقت ہے، جس کے ہاتھ میں پاور ہے، جس کے ہاتھ میں اختیار ہے، جس کے ہاتھ میں اقتدار ہے، جو آدمی حکومت والا ہے، وہی سب سے زیادہ طاقتور ہے۔ نہیں، وہ طاقتور نہیں، رب یہ پیغام دیتا ہے طاقتور وہ ہے جو انصاف کے ساتھ کام لینا جانتا ہو۔ جس کے پاس انصاف نہیں وہ معاشرے کا کمزور ترین انسان ہو۔ اور دوسری بات یہ بھی بتا دوں، اللہ تبارک و تعالیٰ نے یہ بات بھی بیان فرمائی، صحیح بخاری کی روایت ہے، نبی اکرم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم سے حضرت ابن عباس رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہما روایت فرماتے ہیں کہ اللہ کے نبی صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے فرمایا کہ اتقی دعوت المظلوم، اپنے صحابی کو مخاطب کر کے کہا کہ تم مظلوم کی بد دعا سے بچو، فإنہ لیس بینہا وبین اللہ حجاب، اللہ اور اس مظلوم کی بد دعا کے درمیان کوئی پردہ نہیں، کوئی رکاوٹ نہیں، اللہ تعالیٰ براہ راست سنتے ہیں۔ یہ حدیث کا ٹکڑا ایک اور پیغام ہم اور آپ کو دیتا ہے، وہ یہ کہ رب کی ذات طاقتور ذات ہے، تو اپنی طاقت کا مظاہرہ اس نے اس طرح کیا ہے کہ جس کمزور پہ ظلم ہوتا ہو، اس کی آواز کو دبایا جاتا ہو، دنیا اس کی آواز کو دبا لے لیکن رب اپنے تک اس کی آواز کو براہ راست پہنچنے دیتا ہے۔ طاقتور وہ ہوتا ہے جو مظلوموں کو دباتا نہیں ہے، مظلوم کی آواز کو براہ راست سنتا ہے۔ آپ جانتے ہیں ہندوستان کی تاریخ میں وہ مثالیں بھی ملی، بہت سارے حکمران ایسے تھے جنہوں نے اب شہروں کے اندر گھنٹیاں لٹکا دی تھی، اگر کوئی مظلوم ہوتا وہ گھنٹی ہلاتا، بادشاہ کو پتہ چل جاتا کہ یہاں ظلم ہو رہا ہے۔ آج معاشرے میں اس روح کو زندہ کرنے کی ضرورت ہے، مظلوم کی آواز اونچی ہونی چاہیے، ظالم کی آواز نیچی ہونی چاہیے، مظلوم کی آواز سب کو سنائی دینی چاہیے، ظالم کی آواز کو سب کو دبانا چاہیے۔ افسوس اس کا ہے جس مظلوم کی آواز کے لیے رب نے اپنے دروازے کھول دیے، رب نے جس کے بارے میں کہا کہ اللہ اور اس کے درمیان کوئی پردہ نہیں ہے، افسوس اس کا ہے مظلوموں کی یہ آواز سننے سے ہم اور آپ کے کان بہرے ہو گئے، ہمارے کان ان مظلوموں کی آواز نہیں سنتے ہیں۔ رب اپنا دروازہ جس کے لیے کھلا کھولے رکھا ہے، وہ آواز ہمارے کانوں تک نہیں پہنچتی، اور کانوں تک پہنچ جاتی ہے تو دل تک اس کا راستہ نہیں ہوتا ہے۔ معاشرے کے اندر مظلوم کی آواز سننے کے لیے وہ ماحول ہونا چاہیے کہ یہاں مظلوم اپنی آواز اٹھانے سے پہلے اس کی امید رکھے کہ میری آواز رائے گا نہیں جائے گی، میری آواز سنی جائے گی، ظلم کا خاتمہ ہوگا۔ اور یہ بات یاد رکھیں، ظلم کا خاتمہ اگر آپ چاہتے ہیں تو اس کے لیے سب سے بنیادی طریقہ یہ ہے کہ مظلوم کی آواز کو سب تک پہنچنا چاہیے۔ اگر مظلوم کی آواز نہیں پہنچائی جاتی تب پھر ظالم کا خاتمہ نہیں ہو سکتا، ظلم کا خاتمہ نہیں ہو سکتا، اور مظلوم کی آواز ہی ہے جو ظالم کو ڈرا سکتی ہے، دھمکا سکتی ہے اگر اسے نکلنے دیا جائے۔ یہ اس باتیں کچھ تھیں جو ظلم کے متعلق مجھے آپ کے سامنے رکھنی تھی، اور آخری بات اپنے اس مختصر سے خطاب میں آپ کے سامنے یہ بھی رکھ دوں۔ بات ظلم کی آتی ہے تو لوگ قوموں کے ظلم کی بات کرتے ہیں، لوگ اجتماعی ظلم کی بات کرتے ہیں، لوگ بین الاقوامی ظلم کی بات کرتے ہیں، لوگ جو ہے انفرادی ظلم کی سب بات کرتے ہیں، لیکن اس حقیقت کو بھی یاد رکھیں، اسلام جس ظلم کی نفی کرتا ہے وہ اجتماعی ظلم ہی نہیں ہے، وہ قوموں کا ظلم ہی نہیں ہے، وہ حاکم کا ہی ظلم نہیں ہے۔ اسلام ہر قسم کے ظلم کی نفی کرتا ہے، اور یہ پیغام دیتا ہے کہ ہم اور آپ سب کو اس کا جائزہ لینا چاہیے کہ کہیں ایسا تو نہیں کہ آج ہم سب مل کر ایک ظلم کے خلاف آواز اٹھا رہے ہیں لیکن دوسری طرف ہم خود بہت سے مقامات پہ ظالم ہیں۔ یہ اسلام کا پیغام نہیں، اسلام یہ پیغام دیتا ہے ہر وقت ہر مقام پر ہر قسم کے خلاف ہر قسم کے ظلم کے خلاف آواز اٹھاؤ۔ اور آپ جانتے ہیں اسلام کی نظر میں سب سے بڑا ظلم تو شرک ہے، सबसे बड़ा जुल्म तो शिरक है। अल्लाह ताला ने यह बात कही, इन्न शिरक लज़ुल्मुन अज़ीम। रब का हक भी अगर नहीं दिया जाता, अल्लाह ने इसे भी जुल्म करार दिया। तो आज इस मुकाम पे जब आप जुल्म के खिलाफ आवाज उठाने की बात करते हैं, तो यह मेरा पैगाम है कि मुआशरे में हर किस्म के जुल्म के खिलाफ आवाज उठाने की बात की जाए। और वो लोग जो दूसरों के खिलाफ दूसरों के जुल्म के खिलाफ आवाज उठाते हैं, वो खुद अपने गिरेबान में भी झांके। कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो खुद जालिम हो, अपने घर के अंदर, अपने पड़ोस के अंदर, अपनी सोसाइटी के अंदर, अपने कारोबार के अंदर, अपने दोस्तों अहबाब के अंदर, अपनी बस्ती और मोहल्ले के अंदर, और अपने समाज के अंदर, सोसाइटी के अंदर, सब जगह पे देखें। और उससे आगे बढ़कर ये कि खुद अपने नफ्स के अंदर, कि क्या अपने नफ्स का वो हक अदा कर रहे हैं कि नहीं कर रहे हैं। ये सब चीजों का अगर जायजा लिया जाएगा, जुल्म के खिलाफ ये हमाजिहती लड़ाई लड़ी जाएगी, तब जुल्म के खिलाफ लड़ना एक इंसानी फरीजा भी बन जाएगा और एक दीनी फरीजा भी बन जाएगा। और इसके खिलाफ लड़ना सिर्फ एक अच्छे इंसान की पहचान ही नहीं होगी, बल्कि रब के खास बंदों की पहचान होगी। तो आज मैं अपनी बात को इसी पैगाम पे ख़त्म करता हूँ कि ये जो प्रोग्राम मुनक़िद किया गया, हर किस्म के जुल्म के खिलाफ ये आवाज़ उठा रहा है। आप इस आवाज़ को अपने दिल पे सबसे पहले जो उतारिए, इस पैगाम को अपने दिल पे उतारिए, अपने बस्ती और माहौल पे उतारिए, फिर सारी दुनिया तक इसे पहुँचाने की कोशिश कीजिए। मेरी दुआ है कि अल्लाह तबारक व तआला हम और आप सबको हर किस्म के जुल्म से बचने की और हर किस्म के जुल्म से इंसानियत को बचाने की तौफीक अता फरमाए। आमीन व आखिरु दावाना अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन।
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh Abdul Hasib Madani Sahab. Now I'd like to call electrifying speaker VT Rajshekhar. But before I call him, we'd like to officially release the Diet's Dead End Media's latest and electrifying documentary, War on Oppression. So I request all the speakers and all the dignitaries and all the guests on the stage to officially release the documentary, War on Oppression. Thank you so much for that. Now we'll have electrifying speaker who is really the man of guts, the man of courage, the man of, bravery. He's none other than respected VT Rajshekhar Garu.
Assalamu alaikum. I have been waiting for nearly 2 hours. I have been asked to speak on the history of oppression, and Dalits. As the editor of Dalit Voice for the past 30 years, we have been writing and speaking on this subject for more than 35 years in our paper and our many books which are kept outside. As this is essentially a Muslim gathering, I'll confine myself to the oppression on Muslims. For information, every year Pakistan celebrates Baba Sahib Ambedkar's birth anniversary, and they have selected me as the leader of the delegation to Pakistan. Every year they are selecting only me. 3 years I have led. This time I said I am not coming, select somebody else, but again there is a pressure that I alone must lead the delegation. Now I led delegation to Saudi Arabia, to Turkey, Iran, and Iraq also. Now, barring some 10% or so, the entire Muslim population of the undivided India is indigenous. Only 10% are aliens, Aryans, and foreigners. This is a historical fact. You are all our blood brothers. Look at my nose and your nose, my color and your color, we are all the same. Our eyes, our look, we all look alike. Then how did you become Muslims? Did you think about it? This is because you could not tolerate the Brahminical oppression flowing out of the caste system. You quit this wretched Hinduism, went over to Islam. But you forgot us. Caste system, the Hindu caste system is the worst form of racism in the world. Because Islam does not believe in racism and assures justice, equality and brotherhood. This is the only religion which assures all these things. I have made a study of all the religions. I am not trying to flatter you. This is an important fact of history upheld even by non-Muslims. All of you embraced Islam and got yourself liberated. Congratulations. Our only complaint is when you went over to such a beautiful house, you forgot your blood brothers, Dalits. Muslims form about 15 to 20% of the Indian population. Out of the 1,300 million population we have now. In fact, Muslim population is more than the Hindu population. You do not know this because the papers won't tell you, the books won't tell you. You are misled. All the people are misled. The Hindu population is 15%. When I addressed the Jamaat-e-Islami organization in Pakistan, they were shocked. The hall was much bigger than this. All the TV, when I said Muslim population, India is bigger than the Hindu population, they said, what? Hindu population is only 15%. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Only Chaturvarna people are Hindus. Others are not Hindus. Please understand the caste system. The problem with the Muslims is whole day you will be talking about Quran, Hadith and all the things. But you don't study about the enemy. Study the enemy. You don't study the enemy. And yet, Muslims are called minorities. You are 20%, Hindus are 15%, and Muslims themselves say, we are minorities, we are minorities. You are the biggest majority in India. I have said it in many of my speeches, many of my writings. Nobody has challenged me, so no social scientist has challenged me till now. Muslims are the single largest majority in this country. Hindus are only 15%. Muslims have been cheated by calling you minorities. Muslims are not minorities. Muslims are the country's biggest majority religion. One Quran. Remember this. You have got one holy book, the Quran, one God, one masjid, and one law, and one religion. Which religion is having this? The Brahmin is having 333 crores of gods. When India became independent, the population of India was 33 crores. 30 crores. Population of India was 30 crores. The Brahmins had 33 crore gods. And you call it a religion? Besides, Islam is a very great liberating force. That's why India's oppressed castes and communities embraced Islam. We have some books kept outside. The people who first became Buddhists were all Dalits. They fought the Brahmins through Buddhism. When they failed to fight Brahminism through Buddhism, they became Muslims and again fought. I have traveled all over India many times. The people of Bihar and people of Bengal, I am talking of undivided Bengal, are all Dalit converts to Islam. I have not gone to Bangladesh till now. I have got 2-3 invitations. I am going there. Bangladesh is 100% Dalit country. Dalit means Dalits who got converted to Islam. Now, and the so-called Hinduism, which is nothing but Brahminism, became weak. Hinduism is not the name of this religion. There is nothing like Hinduism. It is like 7 blind men and the elephant. Supreme Court has said it. Hinduism is not a religion. Hinduism is a way of life. All types of gods. Serpent is God, stone is God, monkey is God. Hinduism is not a religion. It is admitted by everyone. It is a way of life. So, and that's called Hinduism, which is nothing but Brahminism, which became weak. Hinduism is not the name of the religion. It is not even a religion. Supreme Court has said it. The micro-minority Brahminical forces are deeply worried. They are worried. You see, they will not talk. When you talk to a Brahmin, upper caste man, he will never speak the truth to you. But he will speak the truth to me. Thinking section of the Brahmins in India, they don't get sleep in the night. They are worried because they got so much of wealth. You know the wealth of the Ambanis? You know the wealth of this, the Banyas? In this latest mega scam, the mother of all scam, not a single Muslim is involved. Do you know this? All the rascals involved are the upper caste people, including the Tatas, including our great, very good Prime Minister. Now, and they are simply worried. The Brahminical people are simply worried that if Islam and Christianity and the Dalits and all these people come together, the first people will be finished, these Brahmins. They are worried about it. You don't know that. That is why the ruling Brahmins, a micro-minority of less than 3%, are furious with Islam. That's the reason. So, to overcome the serious problem of Islam, which is not allowing them to even get a proper night's sleep, they have adopted a very ingenious trick. What is this trick? The trick is called Hinduization of the non-Hindu scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and backward castes. These 3 people put together, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, backward caste, these 3 communities put together, we form 65% of the population. We are 65%. We are not Hindus and never Hindus. This is what Baba Sahib Ambedkar has said. This is what Periyar has said. This is what Sri Rana Guru has said. This is what Mahatma Phule has said. I am not giving you my opinion about it. These people are the original inhabitants of India. You are also original inhabitants of India. You went over to Islam. Some people went over to Christianity. Some people went over to Sikhism. We are not Hindus and we are never Hindus. We are enemies of Hinduism. Now, as the ruling Brahmins have all wealth, they have the media. I have worked in the same media for 30 years. I worked in the Indian Air Force. I was the chief reporter in Bombay, Delhi and Bangalore. Completely Brahminical, owned by the Marwadis, managed by the Brahmins. And their temples, how many temples? Every street side has got a temple. And I am living in Cunningham Road, the Palace Road. One temple means 6 Brahmins get the job. And nice income. It's all going on in the name of Hinduism, and the entire, they got 33 crores of gods, and the judiciary, the government, the police to support them, and they have manufactured a weapon called Islamic terrorism. But our great would-be Prime Minister, I don't know who made him the would-be Prime Minister. Would-be Prime Minister Rahul Gandhi, his statement has appeared in today that Hindu terrorism is posing the greatest danger to this country. I have been telling it for the last 30 years. Now this great bacha comes and says, Hindu terrorism. See, there is a book written by Yasser Musrif. I'll come to this point. This book is kept outside for sale. The organizers wanted to invite him, but the notice was too short. He said, I only released this book in Bombay. This book is translated to every language in India, including Urdu. It's available. But no mainstream paper will review it. But it doesn't matter. Case is now admitted to Bombay High Court. Everything will come out. Now, this is called the Hindu terrorism is posing a greater danger to India than any other threat. That's what he said. He did not blame the Islamic terrorism. His opinion has come in today's paper, and it's a front page story which all of you must read. I will elaborate what is meant by Islamic terrorism. My friend Mr. S.M. Musrif, IPS officer and a very senior IG of police of Maharashtra, has written a book, I showed you this, who killed Karkare. Karkare was a Brahmin. I will tell you the whole Bombay Terrorist Act. It is into two parts. One is the Taj Mahal site, Hotel Taj Mahal site is one. The Bori Bandar, this CST center, that is another site completely manned by the Brahminical people to kill Karkare. Just as the New York City bombing of the Twin Tower is completely managed by the American intelligence. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. It is done by the Mossad. Mossad itself went and attacked, put the blame on Muslim. There is nothing like Islamic terrorism in India. The biggest terrorists in the world are the Jews and the Jews of India. Intelligence people sitting here, please take down all these things. I will elaborate. Now, Musrif has said all these things and elaborately discussed it. But the terror activity is supported, unfortunately, the terrorist, time is out. It's completely elaborated by this book. Hindu terrorists are manufacturing bomb and targeting important places to put the blame on innocent Muslims. And almost 95% of them have been arrested. They are in the jail. Another 2-3 people, all Brahmins. All Brahmins. They are in, I think, Nashik jail now. Well looked after. One of them is Lieutenant Colonel, I forget his name, Srikant Purohit. He is a Chitpavan Brahmin, a serving Lieutenant Colonel in the army. Army itself supplied the, RDX. Nobody else is having RDX in this country except the army. Army supplied RDX to Lieutenant Colonel Purohit to attack all the masjids in it. Now, my friend Abdul Nasser Madani is in the Bangalore jail. For information, I only inaugurated his party. I am a very close friend of Abdul Nasser Madani. 8 years he was in Coimbatore jail. Supreme Court itself asked, why don't you file the charges and put him on trial? No, there is no charge against him. Finally, after 8 years, he was released. Now, again, the Bangalore police caught him. He is in the Bangalore jail now for the past 5-6 months. He is not even allowed to sleep. A powerful light is put upon him. I am very close friend. I want to meet him, but the police are not allowing. He's a hardcore terrorist. The biggest terrorists are the RSS fellows. Nothing happens to them. So, he was in Coimbatore jail and coming like that. Hundreds and thousands of young Muslims are rotting in the different jails in this country. But my son is the head of the Amnesty International in London. He wanted to come to India, but the government of India is not allowing him. Where is the human right in this country? The human rights are there only for those inhuman fellows. People like us who work in this country, toil in this country, produce the field, we have no right. So that's all I have to say. My time is out, and I can tell you, the Muslims have to learn more about Hinduism, the caste system, and Varanasi. Don't call it Hinduism, it's a Brahminism. Thank you.
MashaAllah, that was truly amazing speech. And in fact, we are waiting for you, sir, to join the Muslim club. Alhamdulillah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move forward, and I'd like to invite the next speaker for this session, respected Khaja Ghani, who is Secretary of Tamil Nadu Muslim Munitra Kalagam, and he is joint editor of Tamil Weekly. In English, it's People's Right. And he did commendable work of script writing and song composing for an international Tamil album that is Picture of Blood. And he authored wonderful books in Tamil like Wings of the Fingers and Instead of Guns. And he did marvelous job of translating Dr. Zakir Naik's book, Similarities Between Islam and Hinduism in Tamil. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming respected Khaja Ghani.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Respected President of this event, the organization of the diet. Usually diet is for the stomach. Here I see our brothers or behold the word diet on the chest. I understood this diet is for the hunger of the soul. My beloved thought provoker, Brother V.T. Rajasekhar, he is sowing a very enthusiastic seeds and harvesting your hearts. The diet organization who have chosen the most appropriate theme which is contemporarily relevant. All the intellectuals on and off the dais, respected representatives of the various organizations, the forum, media friends, brethren from all the communities and all participants. Usually the Western media spreading the slander, that is, the Islam is oppressing the women. To disprove it, our sisters are sitting at the upstairs, beyond the ground floor. My hearty assalamu alaikum for all. On the behalf of Tamil Nadu Muslim Munnetra Kalagam, it is striving against the oppression. All those who have assembled here unfazed by the oppression and the suppression, it is well known that the America gave the shape and structure to the concept called war on terrorism after the September 11, 2001. Our brother V.T. Rajasekhar rightly noted what is the truth behind the September 11. In the disguise of the war on terrorism, America in fact has unleashed its malicious war on the oppressed and suppressed people. Lakhs of Palestinians, Iraqis, Afghanistan were brutally killed, and the lives of lakhs of children who had the bright future to live ahead was crushed by the America, though its ambush attack. War on terrorism is a slogan invented and introduced by the America to the world with the cunning motive of swindling the oil treasure and looting the natural resource of both Iraq and Afghanistan. Has this America master plan eradicated the terrorism? No. On the contrary, It was a cover up for the terrorism sponsored by the imperialistic countries.